I'm sure they'll start popping in. Mom, can I have a tissue real quick? I know. I just need one. Thank you. I'm a thief. None of them are what you're looking for. You're like, come on, man. I know you're in here somewhere. Fingers crossed. Yes, I have the channel open. Yes. Oh, there it is. Meet the author of the Red Thread 1 million word celebration while we play Sims 4 recreation. One watching. Oh, I think it's working. Oh, there's Sims 4. I've got your Steam open. I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, because I can hear myself, but not you. Yeah. Wah wah. Right. And now it's not working. Slight mic issues. We're working on them. I'm now like your silence translator. Yeah. I'm the translator to make sure people can know what's going on. It's there somewhere. There's always like some setting that like we forget to click. Right. You're like, come on, man. It was working the other day. There we go. Yeah. Right. It looks like it wants to work, but it's not. I cannot hear you on the YouTube stream. I can hear myself. I can't hear you. Oh, see, I could see it even says there. Oh, test your microphone. Only when I talk, though. Oh, my friend Leg is here. Hi, Leggy. I see you. Put this on. Yeah. There, I love you. Like, come on. Not adding audio source. I wish I was a tech person. All I am is emotional support for you right now. Right. I provide emotional support. Yes. We can all talk in the chat while you're figuring out your microphone problem. I love technology. We can send a man to the moon, but we can't make stuff like this like really easy to figure out.
Is that any better? Oh, am I on there now?
There's a slight delay. Let's see if that worked.
I think it's got it now. At least according to the mixer in OBS.
Yeah. I can hear it. There's a slight delay.
Yeah, there is
Almost.
a little bit of a delay. Okay, so let me load up. This is my current game. Let me load up the Matt Murdock.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, so people can hear you now. It worked!
Right.
We did it!
Well, that was cool. Thanks for coming.
Real, though. Minor technical difficulties. We've got it. We've got it now.
Okay, what map did I put them on? I think they're in here. Yes, they are.
I cannot wait to see this. Like,
here they are.
This is gonna light back up my Sims 4 interest.
Well, you know, it sucks your life away. It's like playing Civ. I don't know if you ever played Civ, and
I have played Civ.
the loss
Yes.
of time that you have when you play Civ. You just
Yes.
4 more rounds. Okay, 3 more rounds, and then you look up
3 more
and it's
rounds.
4 o'clock in the morning, and you're like,
you're like, what have I been doing? It was only supposed to take a half hour.
All right, so first off, does this look like
I want to
your
see this.
character? And I'm sorry,
I'm ready.
Linda.
Sanguinario Tananiwa, huh? Your pick.
Jane Hines.
You'll
Baby.
Cesare.
Yes.
Bouchard.
Oh, I like this. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so here's what's fun about Jane that I like. I tried to set her up in the equivalent of like a role-playing game type character where you can customize her appearance even as we follow the story. So she's got an open appearance. I can tell you her outfit is right because she's living a false life, a false identity, and so she basically has business casual when she's at work, and she has super casual, I'm going to go track down, potentially through dirty alleys and dumpsters, what I need to find. So that's clearly her casual look. And we've got Matt!
Yes!
We've got our babies!
And I think I don't know in your pick.
Jabini
so they're just friends. Looks like.
Anazuki.
Said the game is quite loud.
Okay.
Default. Plana Harnip.
Settings. Options. Audio.
Game.
Volume. Apply.
They're just chatting away. I love Sims. Like, I've spent someone said, my friend said, Matt is extremely accurate except for the lack of fleas. You find Matt in a dumpster so much in canon, I swear to God.
Oh, really?
Like, there's no way with all of the dumpsters he falls into and the horrible places he's wound up that he has not come home with fleas at least once.
Okay, so we have no mirror. I will show you their outfits. Hold on. Pause, please. We have to get a mirror.
Yeah. Oh, see, I like that apartment. I know you were starting it and I sent some pictures. I like this. This is good. The mystery bathroom. I have spent so much time trying to figure out what that bathroom looks like, and you only get it in a single scene.
Okay, and then we got the whole green funky wall we were trying to figure out last time.
Right. I love his apartment. It's so industrial looking, but it's got so much character. You've got the bunk. Yeah, you've got the trunk at the end of the bed.
All right, so let's grab a mirror so you can see how I did with the outfits and stuff.
Yeah, I want to see.
So here's what you do.
This is accurate. This is good.
So we're going to go Control-Alt-C is how we get to our cheats, right? We're going to go testing, cheats.
Yes.
Oops, helps me spell it right. True. Okay. And then we're going to go cast.full edit mode.
Go for it.
There. Okay, so now, you know, sometimes when you sit there doing push-ups, if you want to edit your Sims, you can't change like their eye color. You can't change stuff.
Right.
This is how you can change everything. So you go to a mirror and you say change Sim.
Oh, I like this.
Okay, so first question. Grats on the million words.
Yes.
By the way.
Oh, I'm so happy. Crossed it 2 days ago after 8.
Awesome.
Yeah, the
through
fic
ya.
just turned 8 this year, so I've just gotten over 1 million words after 8 years.
Okay, so here's Matt's outfits, by the way, just to let you know.
Oh, let me see. Matt! Is that you, Matt?
I don't have glasses on every outfit, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a mega fan like you. Like, I've seen a couple
Yeah.
episodes.
Oh, he looks good.
That's as close as I could get.
I think it looks pretty good. He's almost always in suits for business.
Isn't this hilarious?
Oh my god.
That's as close as I could get to a superhero.
I appreciate that we did the gray sweatpants. I appreciate that 100%. Oh my god.
What?
I mean, it's red and blacks.
Right?
So it's not. I mean, it's kind of there.
That's as close as I could
get. Oh my god. That is I can confirm he is a swim trunks man. There's some palm trees on his swim trunks.
Okay, so now we're gonna go back to Jane because there's a little bit of delay. So we're gonna go to Jane, and you said this outfit was fine.
I'm gonna support that outfit. It's as close. There's things on the top of his head that are like horns. I'm gonna support the red chicken outfit.
As close as I could get.
They haven't given us enough to work with. We work with what we can get. Oh, okay. I like the casual because she's going to have to, her whole job as a psychic person, finder of jewelry and lost pets and people is sometimes a very, very dirty job. So she needs something that she can toss in the wash machine at the end of the day.
This is the formal outfit. I was no clue on her formal outfit. What kind of formal outfit would she have?
She would have, I would say, pantsuit would be her work business outfit.
Okay, well, you'll see.
She has clients that make a lot of money.
You'll see the pantsuit in a second. And then we have the athletic wear. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone so I get some idea of how much the delay is for you.
I'm going to say, yeah, pantsuit is the way to go. I just see her. Oh, that's pretty accurate. She's got she always steals Matt's hoodies in the fic because I love that trope.
Well, yeah.
I love the trope of stealing your boyfriend's hoodies. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I'm down with that. Now, this was someone that was on Sims, right? Someone had made a Sim.
Someone made this, and before we leave, remind me to thank the folks there for that. I'm trying to watch my own stream on my phone.
Yeah.
So I can gauge the delay here. Sorry for that.
That's okay. I love that. I like the fact that I came on to Sims and I was like, wait, someone made a Sim of Jane. I love that. I love just having spotted a Jane in the wild.
Jane in the wild.
Wild to me. There's just a wild Jane across my feed who just shows up. And it's like, that's so freaking cool.
Okay, so our next outfit is sleepwear. Oh, now I can hear my phone.
There it is. Let's see.
So we're about 30 seconds behind. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm trying to.
Yeah. What would she wear? I feel like the workout go. I'm keeping an eye on the chat too.
Okay, cool.
I will let you know if I spot anything.
That's the sleepwear.
Okay. Ooh, wearing one of Matt's shirts. Yes, please.
Okay. Cool. Party wear.
I accept that. I see her as either wearing one of Matt's t-shirts or even a button-up, just crawling into bed in it. Just because I love that trope. I love the trope of stealing your boyfriend's clothes. And so I was like, fuck yeah, I'm adding that in.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. This is what's this, workout? No, this is the party.
Party wear.
What would she wear for a party? I've had her go to gala events. I've had her wear the big, long, formal, sparkling dresses, but that's not really party.
Okay.
Probably jeans.
Okay.
She wears so many jeans.
Well, it's because they're universal.
Right. You can make any
Swimwear
pair of
is
jeans.
pretty basic there. Okay. So then the hot weather
Absolutely the
wears.
red suit for her man.
Yeah.
We gotta rep our man's colors.
There you go. We're gonna go with that.
Yes.
I like that. So then
Matt
we can
may
see
not
the
be able to see that she's wearing the colors, but we're wearing the colors.
hot weather
Ooh,
wears
do they have
is
a...
a red shirt as well.
Yeah. I could see her loving just wearing Matt's colors.
Okay, well we're gonna make that
Tank
happen
top,
for the
t-shirts, these are good. Yeah.
cold weather wear. We're gonna put her in.
Cold
Oh,
weather,
we
she
don't
is bundled
have
up.
a red. Oh no.
Oh.
We're gonna put this
What do we
red
have for
t-shirt
cold
on.
weather?
There we go.
Oh, that's working pretty good.
So then, how's the face looking? Good.
I'm liking the face. I let people, my favorite thing to do is to let people have whatever headcanon they want for her face, just
Oh,
because
sweetie, this
I
nose has got to go.
I'm down with it. I support it. She changes her face all the time with makeup, eye color, all sorts of stuff.
Right.
I'm down
It's
with it.
witchcraft. Makeup is witchcraft.
Yes,
Ask any man.
it really is.
He will tell you.
Someone said Matt goes feral for her in red every time. He absolutely
Even
does.
though he can't see colors. Is that no? What's the whole
Yep.
canon around his eyes? I know he,
So,
got
yeah,
injured
he
and
has...
okay, bad
Right.
vision or
He got
something.
he now has no light perception. He is 100% blind. He cannot see a single thing. He lost it at... someone's going to have the exact age, but if I remember correctly, he lost his sight at 10. If it's off the top of my head, I think it was 10. So it's been a long time since he could see anything. But in my head, he loves the idea of her wearing his colors because it's just like a possessive thing. Like, she's wearing my colors, even if I can't see it.
Okay. Okay. So, let's see.
9 years old. I
Next.
knew somebody in the chat would know.
There we go.
It was off the top of my head. I was like 10 or... No, it was 9. They're
Okay.
right. 9 years old. I knew somebody would get it for me.
So Matt does not have a career. Honey, I thought you were a lawyer. Let's make that happen.
He has to be a lawyer.
Right?
First, he'll be an intern, and he has to climb his way up the ladder. I love this apartment. This is pretty good.
Isn't
You've
it
got
gorgeous?
the orange chairs. Yeah, you've got the right colors. You've got the couches. You've got the clutter sort of set up on the dining table. Someone said woohoo, said woohoo in the shower. Via said make them kiss, make them kiss.
Okay, we'll make that happen.
Yes.
Hang on.
Make it
Wait a
happen.
second. I
Oh,
gotta hack
yes.
their.
You got to make Matt a lawyer.
I gotta hack their relationship so they can woohoo.
Oh yes, do it. There goes the dog. We want a red thread, baby. We want a baby penguin.
Do they have a wholesome romance?
Oh, what are my 2 options on romance?
I am not
Wholesome
100%
versus...
sure if we can't. Well, there's I can change it in cast mode.
I'd argue it's wholesome with a side of sin. that's what I'll go with. Wholesome with a side of sin. A healthy dose of sin. Because he's the devil. You can't have a relationship with the devil without a little bit of sin.
So we will go back and I will let you know their options. More choices. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to change them. Okay. So next question.
Okay, hit me.
In your fic, what did you find the easiest to write and what did you find the hardest to write?
Oh, good question. Good question. People in the chat saying wholesome. That's what it is. It's wholesome. Wholesome sin. Wholesome. All right, let's see. God, that's a good question. The hardest... let's do easiest first. So the easiest thing I found to write was honestly Foggy. Because I feel like every single Foggy Nelson's interaction, anything he does in the fic, I feel like me and Foggy Nelson's brain are on the same page 99% of the time. I have never had to fight Foggy in a scene to get something written. Nothing. He played with me immediately. And so I'm like, Foggy scenes, easy. We've got this. Hardest? My fight scenes I struggle with. Fight scenes are hard.
Yeah. I would literally have to have someone in the room with me and pace that out.
Yes, because it's like you're keeping track of where everybody's body is. You're keeping track of injuries. So like if you have somebody break their wrist, if you have somebody break their nose, you have to keep track of that through the rest of the fight. Like, and you're keeping track of everything that's around them, and then you're trying to balance emotional reactions with physical reactions, with chopping your dialogue so it's shorter, chopping exposition or God, I just forgot it. The word for like the stuff that's not dialogue, basically, not exposition. You know what I mean? He did this and she did that. You have to keep it short and choppy.
The narrative.
Yes. And anybody who has read my stuff knows I like long, flowery sentences, and so having to chop it all nice and short. Fight scenes are hard.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to say is easiest and hardest. Easiest, and everybody knows we love Foggy Bear. Foggy Bear, I adore him. Foggy is one of my favorite characters around. I love him so goddamn much, and he's always so happy to play around. Fight scenes are hard. The fight scene I wrote in chapter 3 is like the first serious fight scene I ever wrote.
All right, let's
yeah, that is the first fight scene I've ever really written. I briefly wrote a dragon fight in the last fandom I was in, but it was a really short, like 3 or 4 paragraph fight. That was the first thing I really did long. Like, so that was probably the easiest and the hardest. And I love that everybody loves Foggy over in the chat. We love Foggy Bear, Foggy making fun of Jane for the parrot. Yeah, at one point, Jane gets bitten by a parrot, and Foggy uses this. Oh my God, dogs! There's a package truck outside.
My yard.
At one point, Jane gets my yard. Beat it, collie bark. Oh my God! Thank you, Pippin. But yeah, at one point, she gets bitten by a parrot, and Foggy's like, "This is a time for puns. This is perfect." I can just hear the apartment is accurate. People love. There's the penguins. Yeah, Foggy's just fun to write.
Squirrel.
Okay.
Segue.
Yes.
We have
Hit
our
me.
romance dynamics is romantic, steamy, strained, unpredictable, or wholesome.
Oh. I want to I write them as a combination of steamy and wholesome. I feel like.
Okay.
They're a really solid relationship. What are the differences between them? Because I don't have this expansion pack, so I'm intrigued. These are new, this is new stuff to me too.
Let's try steamy for.
Let's do steamy. Yes.
See what happens. I don't know if it changes the woohoo options or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so
let's do it.
What's his walk? What's Matt's walk? Swagger?
Can we see what are his walk options? I vaguely remember the tough walk when I played. This is going to be hilarious. Let's see tough Matt walk.
Ooh.
Oh, the collie bark. All right.
Yep.
His tough person walk. There's the tough walk.
You want the tough walk? I think tough walk.
The tough walk would be hilarious.
Where's it at? There.
Oh, Bun is here. Hi, Bun. Catwalk. Someone said catwalk. Do they have a catwalk?
Let's see. We have a perky walk.
Give Matt the sassy walk. Oh my God, these walks are hilarious. He can be sassy. He has to hide when he's Matt Murdock that he's like badass and tough.
I don't think there's a catwalk.
That one. What are our Jane walk options?
Feminine walk for Jane.
Let's see. Feminine. Jane is like, is there a tired walk? Jane gets so little.
There is a tired walk. I'm pretty sure. Hold up. Let me see. Hang on.
Jane a tired walk.
I'll give you.
There we go. She has not gotten. She has not gotten enough sleep. She was up late trying to stitch up Matt because her boyfriend keeps coming home beat to shit. Like,
okay,
she's operating on 3 hours of sleep.
Hang on a second.
Oh my God. There we go. She's so tired. She's tired and she has a concussion.
Okay.
Go for it. I say the tired walk.
All right.
What's funny is currently in the fic she has yet another. She's gotten 2 concussions in the entire fic, and so she currently has a concussion yet again in the fic because she just has a really bad bad walk.
I mean, if things like that are story driven, that's fine. If people like are so horrible of writers that they have the whole damsel in distress trope in their fiction,
she
because
gets
they
shit
can't
done.
write anything better. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I wanted to make sure she was a character who could get shit done.
Yeah.
Even if that means winding up concussed and sleep deprived. She'll get the job done, but then she's going to need to come home and sleep 12 hours. Someone said Jane Hind is always so sleep deprived. Yes.
Gotta find out how to way to get Matt a job. I forgot how to get him a job.
Someone said, is she anemic at this point from all the constant blood loss? I mean, yeah. There's a reason Matt is constantly going, you need to take iron pills. You need to take iron pills.
Right,
Someone said, Jane, what is the sleep you speak of? Oh my god. She is anemic. 100%.
What is Jane do?
That's was so. Matt is the damsel in distress. Yes. Yeah. She absolutely. Matt is this. She constantly has to help Matt out. What is her job? Is psychic an option? Like private investigator is probably close.
There it is.
I know there's a private. Yeah, I know there's private investigator is probably pretty close.
Well, hang on. Let me. Oops.
Yeah. What do we get?
Let me show you something.
Because you have a whole bunch of the expansion packs. I only have a couple.
Yeah. So there's a job in here where you can be a paranormal investigator.
Oh, let's go with that. That would be, that's kind of up her alley.
And that's one of the jobs where you can like go with your sim to their job and
play with them. Ooh, I like that.
Job.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt. There we go.
I say go with that.
Let's see here. Hang on a second. Where's it at?
I said Jane needs to be. I agree with everyone. She needs to be limping and leaving little blood trails behind. She's gone through it lately. I feel bad. She's my baby, but I run that poor woman through the ringer.
You're an evil author. That's what it is. How
I am.
Dare you?
I am. Bun said, in awe at how gorgeous this apartment recreation is. Seriously, this is a good recreation.
Oh my god!
Like this is on point.
Paranormal investigator.
I love that you've got his bookshelf. I love the clutter. Like, it's got all the stuff he's got around. You've got the pots up on. I have spent more time than I probably should admit examining screenshots of his apartment to figure out what's in it so that I can write it, quote unquote, like, do people care that I know where the pots and pans are in the kitchen? Probably not. Do I care that I know where the pots and pans in the kitchen are when I write it? Yes, I care.
Squirrel.
Someone said, I think to be a paranormal investigator, you'll have to buy the license in the rewards store.
Oh.
Yeah.
Darn it. Because I know there's
I would say, like, yeah, I would say if you don't have that, then some sort of private investigator, or she's not a cop. She does not trust the police. I'm hiding in the cabinet under the sink. Like, what are you doing down there? We know they're all hiding in here. They're like the little gremlins that come in the middle of the night. Nobody ever knows they're there, but we know they're there. We're all watching.
Okay, next question.
I love looking down. Okay, hit me. You're going to have to rein in my ADHD because I will.
Girl, we're both
off on
ADHD. This is going to be like, we're going to be go hunting
be a
squirrels
disaster.
in the forest by the time we're finished.
We're going to be completely lost.
What made you start to write the fanfic? What was the I mean, was it the whole cancellation of the show that just did it for you, or?
So, like, I started the fic in 2017, and what it was, so the show was still on in 2017. Ironically, it was canceled literally the next year after I started. And I started it because I was talking to a friend. I just had a fanfic group where we'd done a bunch of challenges all fall apart. And I was talking to my friend. I was like, I miss the challenges, right? I miss, like, testing myself as a writer. And she said, well, let's do something that you haven't done before. And I was like, well, what haven't I done before? I've done this, I've done that. You know, I've tried different genres. I've tried. Oh, Bun says I have to leave in 10 minutes. But question for Pase, I'd love to know how much of yourself you put into Jane and inspire the plot of TRT. I can pop into that one after I answer this one, too, because that's a good question. So starting it, she was like, try something new. And I was like, well, I don't even know what I can do that's new. And she said, try a fic in second person because it's the only fic style POV that you haven't tried yet. I'd written third person, I'd written first person, I'd written past tense, present tense, everything. And I was like, people do that? Because I'd only ever seen that in role-playing games and stuff like that. And I found out they did. And then I was like, well, I'm going to do it in Daredevil because that's my favorite show. Why not? I didn't think anybody would read it. So I figured I'd give it a shot. And I was trying to come up with an idea for some sort of power set for the character I wanted. And I came across this thing on my feed in one of my mythology groups that said, in mythology, soulmates are tied together by an invisible red thread. It will never entangle, it will never tangle or break, though it will stretch. And I was like, boom, right there. I had the idea for the power set. And what if there are other threads connected to objects and people and different colors? And if you could find people, then the government would want a hold of you, like bad guys would want a hold of you to track people down. And it kind of blossomed from there. And I decided, like, I wanted to be a published author someday. So I said, well, I'm just going to try this out and put everything I have into it. I'm going to totally set this up with the arcs that I like and foreshadowing and clues and everything I'd sort of been learning over the years. And it just worked really well and took off. And so, yeah, but it all started with my friend going, well, why don't you try something new that you haven't tried before? And I was like, sure, awesome. What on earth could that be? And her going, try second perspective. You've never tried it. You like it in role-playing games. You like it in choose your own adventure books. So give it a shot. So that's what I did.
Okay. I'm trying.
All right. So what was the other question?
Sitting here reading books over and over.
They do read a lot, though.
Okay.
They love reading. That's one of the things I have them bond over is the books that they're reading because I figure I know in Daredevil Born Again, without major spoilers, he does have a TV and he turns it on for the news. So it's not like he doesn't use a TV, but he does read a lot. And so I'm like, well, I'll have Jane be a book person too. So Bun says the question was, how much do you put of yourself into Jane or inspire the plot of TRT? That's a good question. I work really hard to keep Jane separate from myself because I don't want to influence her too much. I want her to be a character most people can relate to as people who love Daredevil and the fandom and everything. I do put some of her weird-ass things that come in, her stuff with animals. That's the most obvious point where it comes in for me, because she's frequently tracking down animals, including weird animals that people have lost. And I know a shit ton about animals, and I've also had a lot of really strange experiences with animals. So, like, her being attacked by geese in a later chapter, that may or may not have been inspired by real life, by me coming around a corner and finding 2 geese while I was out walking my dog, and my dog scared them away, and that was great. And they went up over the hill, and I was like, awesome, we're safe. And then they came back with the entire flock of geese, and we had to run and sprint and escape like 30 or 40 geese. Like, my dog was like, no, you're on your own. Like, I'm leaving. I'm not I got save you from 2 geese. Right, I'm out of here. So, like, little things like that, like her backstory, I put that in. And the other big thing I think that probably influences Jane from me is her desire for connection, because I spent a very long time when I was a teenager in a dark period. I was disabled, I had moved, I didn't have a lot of friends. And so for her, her desire for someone who loves her, her desire for friends, her desire for belonging and connection here, that's probably one of the other really big things I let be a part of myself for her, because I figured most people can relate to that. We all want to feel like we're connected and we love and we're loved and we have friends and we have a home. And so that's probably the other, like, the funny parts are me, don't get me wrong. Like, the parts of her that are the geese and her talking about having to pull snakes out of weird places. I've had to save snakes that I've pulled out of stuff. Like that's the funny stuff there with backstory, that's me. And then on a more serious level, it's the wanting to be a part of a community, basically.
Okay, so that
was a good question.
That kind of segues into, that's kind of what her powers are, correct? She sees the threads and the connections.
Yes.
With people and objects. Now, is it?
Yes.
Like an empathic connection that she has, and she can see the empathic connections with people?
Yeah, so it's sort of, I've had people wonder before, like, is what she, like, how would you class what she does, right? Because you have all those connections of, like, empathic abilities and psychic abilities. And there is an empathic element, because I figured that being able to see how people feel emotionally about something is absolutely a empathic thing. That's what those threads of connection you see. If she sees a blue thread connected to an old car, she knows that someone loves that car dearly. Maybe it was given to you by your grandfather. Maybe it was given to you by, a friend. Maybe that was something that's been passed down. And she's so tired. I'm sorry. I was thinking seriously for a second, and then I saw her go walking all tired. Oh my God. Bun says, I just wanted to share that Shelly is about twice as quiet as Pasta. It's a little hard to hear. So you can turn your volume up a tiny bit. Or I'm just loud. I have a loud family. My mom and dad are a little hard of hearing, so I am super loud. My dad's a theater major. I can project. I can be heard no matter where I am.
No, I talk softly anyway, so...
Yeah, you have a very quiet family. I love our game nights because you end up, you're the more quiet person, and I'm just like, bless you, taking my borderline Shelly. But yes, there is an empathic element, and later on we start having her dig into a little bit, her being able to feel the emotions that are in the thread, her being able to sense someone's emotional state, and eventually even influence the emotional state of the person by reaching into the thread and kind of influencing how they're feeling. So there is an empathic vibe to it. I'd probably class what she does as psychic/empathic.
Okay.
Oh, people said, so Bun said, belonging TRT got me through some shit after I moved to a new city. Leggy said TRT spawned the tuna team. This is so awesome. That's what I liked about it. I love the idea that this helps spawn more connection, because this story, I think, is at least partly about connection.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've turned my volume up a little bit. Hopefully that
okay.
helps some.
And then the ghost animals happen. Yes, there are. I can't say whether I will eventually say whether or not those are ghost animals or not spirit animals, like animals in the spirit world or parts of herself. Like, it's a big mystery right now what there are animals down in the thread that she sees. And so I haven't said exactly what those are yet, but maybe they're ghosts. We don't. Yes, evil laugh. Nobody knows what they are except me. Someone said, and then the ghost animal. Hello. Oh, hi, Fox. I say hi.
Matt just drops into push-ups all the time. He must be very buff.
He really does. Oh, someone said, Shelly, you're still a little bit quiet.
Oh, that's so weird, because I've got my volume literally at 100. I will try to project. Let's try that. I
project.
Don't speak loudly.
What did my dad say? My dad said in theater that, what is it? You always speak as if you're talking to the clock at the back of the room.
Okay, all right. So I'm talking to someone outside of the room, not you sitting right next to me in my head.
Exactly. So speak like you are speaking to someone way out there. You are hollering at your kids upstairs to try to get their...
Oh, yeah. You do not want me to do the mom voice. Trust me. No mom voices in the stream. Y'all, clean up your mac and cheese. Thank you.
Oh my God, who just left it? Oh my God. Was that Matt? Did Matt just leave the macaroni?
Somebody left some mac and cheese out. My girl is on it.
I mean, in fairness, Matt is depressed, so maybe he's not doing well right now. He's in a bad space mentally. Jane's like, you know what? I'll take care of that. He's depressed. It's fine. I can take care of it.
Oh, what are they going to do? They're going to talk. Okay, so next
Hun said I wanted to say, relish how she does the missing scenes from Daredevil. I can't wait to see that TRT.
Any questions in the chat? We'll open it up to chat. Anybody any more questions in chat?
Rendition of the 1 year later. Do you have any spoilery things you can share about what I'm going to do with TRT with Born Again? What can I spoil? Oh, I can't spoil that because I'm trying to think about stuff that won't spoil too much. I will say Matt is going to be in a better place than he is in Born Again, because he has a very strong support network and things will happen differently. Maybe that's...
Are you gonna keep your fic into canon, or are you gonna go AU a little bit with Born Again, or are they gonna fit in together?
So I think I can say this because it won't spoil for anyone who hasn't seen Born Again, but there are things that happen in Born Again that I'm going to do very, very differently that will make it even more into AU. like season 3 is, I was already going to change season 3 and some of the stuff in Defenders. Born Again will play out very differently.
Okay.
Let's see. Congratulations on the 1 million word count. Yes, because I got 1 million words. I'm excited about that.
Yes, that's
Matt's
why
apartment looks so good. Yes.
Gotta support my
I
bestie.
miss his old apartment in Daredevil Born Again. I do too, Fox. And I know I've headcanoned it that things happen that mean he has a different apartment. And I know in reality that it's because someone is literally living in that apartment now, so they can't film there anymore. I do miss the old apartment. If they could have kept that, I would have been really happy. Let's see, the mac and cheese. Matt is such a dork. Where in the story do these Sims take place? The good news is,
I'll leave that up to your interpretation.
Yeah, they move in together officially. They move in together in season 2. So this is probably, well, actually, let's put them in the happy period after season 3. This is after season 3. They're happy, they're healthy, they're down. This works. Rip the old apartment. Can I sell myself for any more headcanon bits from the Sending a Raven storyline? I reread. Oh, so I did an alternate. So Jane is on the run from a man called Cyrus James, who is an evil mad scientist, because I love that trope.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get her back because he's the one who sort of is implied created her abilities and set her up to use her. And I did an AU fic to sort of set the stakes of what would happen if she got captured. She got captured again, she got taken back, and it took 7 months for her to get taken.
Squirrel, I can make him make out the closet.
Hit me.
We're gonna make that happen.
Do it. Okay. Yes, do it though. So headcanons for that period, that was a really dark fic before Matt got her. Headcanons is they do eventually end up in a good place again. So one of the headcanons things that happens afterwards is, even though he gets her home, her and Matt realize that they cannot treat something that serious by themselves. So she actually winds up having to go back to Chiro to Los Angeles for another year to go through solid therapy to try to fix it. And their relationship becomes very, very long distance for a while. It ends well, but it's this idea with Matt that he thinks he can fix literally everything, and he just can't. And that's just a canon thing. Matt just cannot. He has this trauma.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, there they go. Yes!
Isn't it
Woo
cute?
in the closet! Oh my god, the little hearts. I fucking love that.
Sims
They
are so
would,
hilarious. Oh my god.
I love Sims like this. All right, let's see. I'm curious about how Defender stuff is going to go down with Jane there. I'm excited about Defenders because I have thoughts about Defenders that I haven't been able to touch on yet. Especially me with earthquake stuff, because I grew up in Los Angeles, and so I'm used to earthquake things. And so when I tell you, seeing Matt in Defenders, there's a part where an earthquake happens, and he's like underneath skylights and he just knocked it out from under the skylights. I'm like watching this like ready to bite something, because I'm like, why are you standing under glass? Why are you standing? You need to get under a table and put your hand on it. Oh my god, look at the way they dust off when they're done woohooing. Right. I love that so much. Someone said, I would love to see Jane and Jessica interact more. I do too. Jessica is like I love how tired she is. I love Jessica. I cosplay as Jessica Jones. Like, I'm like waiting for the opportunity to bring Jessica Jones in. So she's going to be in there. We're going to get good Jessica Jones interactions.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to
Someone said woohoo time.
Woohoo in the shower.
Do it. They like, can I say, like, how do people on your stream feel about swearing? I forgot to ask that.
I am unfiltered. You know that. So let it go.
Saying bye. Okay, so I was going to say those two. Hold on. I'm saying bye to Bun. Bun is popping out. Thank you for coming, Bun. That was awesome.
Thank you for coming in.
They like, once they reach, I call it the fuck horizon, like where they cross over the event horizon, the fuck for horizon. Those two fuck like rabbits. I swear to God. Like, and so them woohooing their way all around the apartment. Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, are you kidding? I'm like, the one thing that Daredevil didn't do enough is we did not get to see Matt Murdock have as much sex as I feel like we should have been allowed to see. So I am okay with The Sims. That is accuracy. Let's see. Healthy trauma care talk while woohooing.
Oh, there they go. They're going to the shower.
It's true.
Ah.
Jumping between the most depressing AU ever and then woohooing in Sims, I'm dead. I am too. I think this is the best. We have two. We have two sides that we must
so we don't
acknowledge.
miss anything. Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be so cute. Wait till you guys get there.
Yes. Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
It is the cutest ever.
Yes. Oh. I love them so much. Go, 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 go. I love it. Go for it. Go for it. I'm gonna see them go for it. There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He just jumped her bones.
Oh my god. Look at the shower door.
Right? Are we gonna have the
Oh
whole
my
hand
God.
from the glass? Come on, give me a
Right.
Titanic moment.
Come on, give us the Titanic hand. You know what? I need to make a note. I haven't done shower sex scenes yet in TRT, and that needs to be fixed.
Shower.
That needs to
my
be
God. Wait till you get there.
fixed.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Someone said, "Oh my god, I'm ready for the shower scene in DDBA." I totally am too. They are feeding us with the new show. They made sure in the trailers we knew we were going to get a shower scene, a shower sex scene. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
Oh, what?
The shower door is going to break.
Right?
Oh my god. It really will. That shower door, they were railing hard against that shower door.
Yeah.
I'm totally going to add this. And that's what's funny. Like, I'm going to add this into TRT. I'm going to make a reference. And then, like, the people who were here are going to be like, hey!
I was there for that.
I know what she's talking about.
The shower door keeps rattling.
I need them. Someone said Matt is double cheeked up. Thank you for the accuracy. Exactly. He needs to have a nice big old cake on the back end of him. Like,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That man-
I got
yeah.
curves.
that man, I swear, I've seen for anyone who's seen the Boardwalk Empire scene where he's in a sex scene and you see his full ass, that man has the roundest ass I've ever seen in my entire life.
Charlie Cox does as a person.
He does. I'm going to send you the GIF later. Him as a person, which means that Matt Murdock's ass is canonically absolutely huge and round.
And
like-
so, segue onto that, what was it like meeting Charlie Cox?
Someone said, imagine them breaking the shower door in TRT. The shower door will be broken. I'm just adding that in right now.
Duh.
Be
You're gonna have the whole
broken.
Titanic moment with the glass hand thing.
I
You gotta
will.
put that in
I'm
there.
going to have it,
then
and that shower door is going to crack.
broken
I'm totally going to
shower
set
door,
that
and
up.
then, you know, a couple
Yes.
scenes later, someone, hey, can I use your bathroom? Yeah. What happened to the shower door?
What happened to your shower door?
It
broke.
Yeah, it broke.
Rats. Really big rats got in
Really
and
big
broke the
rats.
shower door. Really, really big rats. The size of the devil got in here and broke our shower door. I swear, like, I was so nervous meeting Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta tell you, he is absolutely stunningly beautiful in person. I swear, I did the photo op first, and I walked into the room, and I walked up close to him, and he came over to, like, shake my hand and bring me over to the, and, like, his eyes in person, I swear my brain blue screened for a brief second. Just like,
Are they
oh
blue?
my
Are
god.
they brown? They're brown, right?
They're supposed to be brown. But he was standing there in front of me, and I was like, gray, brown, green, like, because the lighting for the giant
Yeah.
spotlights you have in front of you for the thing, like, made his eyes almost look gray. And so he's beautiful, but he's so kind and he's so friendly. Like, he called me my dear, and I just about melted onto the floor.
And that British
those
voice
were-
of his, because he's British,
Right.
right?
He's British. And so he said, you know, at the end, I was like, thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day. He's like, you as well, my dear. And I was like,
Oh, I'm a puddle. Never mind.
I'm surprised they didn't have to carry me out of that room in a bucket. And I got the autograph too, and I got up to him, and I wanted to tell him that, like, you know, I told him, I just wanted you to know I became disabled at roughly the same age Matt did. And then it's a serious conversation, and Matt's on the toilet, which just busts me up. I love Sims so much. I love Sims.
Oh, she just, there's a perfectly good bed over there. Why are you napping on the couch?
Right? Why are you? Because she's so tired. She's so goddamn tired. That poor woman. So I told him, I was like, you know, I got disabled at around the same time as Matt, and he, like, leaned forward and set his pen down and, like, leaned forward and direct eye contact, like, I am listening to you. It was so
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. And I told him, I was like, watching all of the hard stuff Matt went through, especially the really hard parts in season 3, I was in the exact same sort of spot he was in at that, when I was a teenager in early 20s. It was really bad. And I was like, watching you help me process so much of my own trauma and heal from stuff. And I was like, everything you did was worth it. All that work you put in, making the show the way you did, all of that emotion you put into it. And he was like, he did this big bright smile. He was so happy. And he was like, thank you so much. It means so much to me to know that I was actually able to help you, considering everything I was doing. Like, he was so sweet about it. So he's like, I've met a fair amount of celebrities now at cons and stuff, and he's absolutely the nicest person I've ever met. Like, he's the best celebrity I've met.
Because I do know as a person, and he said that he will play Daredevil until he dies, basically.
He really was
the
like
character that much.
Yeah. And I'm hoping he does. He said they just started doing some stuff with like an old Daredevil, and I think an AU comic run they're doing right now, old Daredevil. And he was like, I'm getting older. I can stay here and be old Daredevil. I'm here for it. I will watch that man. I will watch that man be Daredevil for the rest of my life. Like, if he wants to play Matt until he dies, I'm here for it.
And
like
the guy who plays Fisk,
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, he's attached to his character as well, right?
He is. He loves
he's
Fisk.
Amazing. He's like crazy amazing actor, and I'm like,
he is.
You're sitting here doing TV. I mean,
yeah,
but I think it's for the love of the character, right?
Yeah, he seems to adore Fisk. Fisk is such a detailed character. Like, he loves Fisk.
Okay,
and he seems to really get Fisk. I've loved him since he was in, like, I had a crush on him when I was a teenager and he was in Law and Order. He was Detective Robert Gorin. And that was my first experience going, big giant man. Very, very big, handsome man. Because he's like 6'4". He's massive.
Yeah, he is huge.
Yeah, and they'd set him up in the show. His partner detective was like this tiny woman who was like 5 foot. And so I'm like, what are these feelings, big giant man? Big, big, big giant man. Oh, I like this. And so I've had a crush on Vincent D'Onofrio for a long time. So being able to have Charlie and Vincent D'Onofrio, like, I'm happy. Give me the two of them forever.
Well, me and my husband always play this game. Where do you know the actor from? Where do you know the actor from? And
right. Someone said he's gaming and he's blind. Yes, there are some games, like, he's got a setting. Let's just go with it. I know there are some video games that have settings for blind people.
Yeah. But the one thing that I always picture Vincent, I'm going to butcher his name, D'Onofrio.
Yes.
The one thing I always picture him as, and it always comes to my brain, is he was in Men in Black.
Yes, he was the giant cockroach man.
The giant cockroach in Men in Black.
Ed? Was it Ed? Edgar. It was Edgar.
Yes, the guy in the Edgar suit.
It was Edgar. Edgar, the guy in the Edgar suit. Oh my god. I always forget that he was in that until I watch it again or someone brings it up and I'm like, oh my god, he was the giant cockroach guy.
Giant cockroach.
He was the giant cockroach guy.
Can you just imagine at the table reading? Okay, stick with me now. Trust the process. You're a giant cockroach.
You're a giant cockroach. I knew Leg might get that. She goes, pond scum. Exactly.
Right?
How did he do that voice? Like, it doesn't matter how many times I watch that movie, like, that was weirdly like one of the greatest performances that man could give. You could tell that was a giant cockroach inside a man's
understood his character, right?
Yes. It reminds me of the thing with oh my god, I just dropped his name. The guy who he was in Firefly, and he was the chicken. He was the chicken in Moana.
Chased it out of my brain now. Thanks.
Like, they were like, okay, you're chicken.
Who's the guy in
right?
He's in all the Pixar movies now, instead of the guy from Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, girl! You
would you get out of my face? I did. It's gone now.
He's
It's
washed.
Alan Tudyk, right?
Yes, Alan Tudyk. Thank you.
Alan Tudyk. And he said that even when he was playing the chicken, hey, he was like, you have to do it, like, pretend that you're doing a Shakespearean thing. And all he did was cluck in that movie. I'm like, was that Vincent with, like, the cockroach noises in Man in Black? He was like, no, I'm going to play this very seriously. I'm going to take this. I need to know what a giant cockroach inside a man suit would, like, what's the motivation here? What would he sound like? This is why I couldn't be an actor. Like, I would lose it. I would not be able to do some of this without laughing.
No,
at
definitely
all.
not. I would not be able to remember my lines and act, across from someone.
I'm too ADHD for this.
Yeah.
Like, I
Definitely
couldn't.
not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to go to the left of the stage now. Sorry, totally missed that.
I've got so much cat hair. We've just, like, right up in my business right now. I've got so much cat hair here.
Okay, so any other questions in the chat you want to answer?
Let's see.
I've got one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if
whenever
there
you're
are
ready.
questions. I say go for it. I don't see any right now, and then do one more, like, because we're almost to the end of the hour, I think.
Okay. So my next question is, as you were writing, did a character ever get away from you and end up doing something you didn't expect?
Oh my God. So and I've talked about this some on Tumblr, but, like, Matt is the first character that I have written where this is not really me deciding to do things. Matt is uniquely stubborn in that if he does not want to do something in a scene, he will not do it. I can't write it. Like, if I'm trying to make him say a line of dialogue, I'm backspacing and then typing, and then I'm backspacing and I'm typing. And it's like he is literally sitting over me, backspacing, going, no, I wouldn't say that. I'm not going to do it. He will not play. Like, he just decided he's willing. I literally have outlined their relationship and when certain events happen. When does he, realize, when do they fall in love? When do they acknowledge they're in love? When does he decide he wants to marry this woman? All this other stuff.
Okay.
He decided that he was going to go, yeah, no, I've realized I want to marry this woman ages before. I was like, no, Matt, I have this in the outline. He was like, I don't care.
It's in the plot. We're not there yet. I don't care. We're doing it now.
Right. I don't care. It's now. I cannot fight Matt while I am writing in, because if he says no, he's not going to do it, and he'll sabotage the entire scene. So he decides how fight scenes go. He decides how he tends to set the tone for the relationship, and at this point I just have to roll with it. Jane plays pretty well. Jane only occasionally argues with me. Someone said, can you give a random tidbit of Jane's backstory, like the snowplow thing? Yes, because at one point in one identity, she was, so she's had a lot of jobs because she has to change her identities and do different things. And at one point she was a snowplow driver, and she hit a moose and decided that it would be easier to abandon this identity because of all the insurance paperwork. So she just left that snowplow there with the moose, and then just left the city and abandoned it and went and found a new identity somewhere else. So she does do all this random stuff in the background. She's been a welder. She's been a snowplow driver. I have so much stuff set up. She has been a scare traction actor when she had a brief period where she needed to, like, just be in a city for like a month, and she was one of the clown scare actors and stuff in there.
Weird.
Like, she's had so many odd jobs, and she's done so much weird stuff in her background. I know I've mentioned she had a street preacher try to exorcise her in front of her building, I think in Milwaukee. Wow. I'll give you one. She did spend a brief period moonlighting as a nun. She was a nun briefly. And she doesn't like to talk about being a nun because she feels really weird about the fact that her father figure, Chiro, is Catholic and her current boyfriend is a nun. So she does not want to mention that she spent a month at a convent hiding out there because it was the safest place for her to go. There was no real technology there. And so she spent an entire month in her nun's habits, pretending that she was very, very, very serious about Catholicism. And then she literally just disappeared. So there's a convent out there. that is very confused about where their nun went missing. They're not sure if that nun was murdered. They're not sure if she was stolen. Like, did she get kidnapped? Did she die? She just left. They just had a nun, and now the nun is gone. And they continue to pray for her every single day that she is safe. So that is one of the little lore background things for her. Let's see, someone said, I love their love so much. Matt does what he wants. He really does. She already said 100% Matt does what he does. He really does. Like, you can't fight that man. How long before Matt was the moose situation? The moose was 8 years before, if I remember correctly. I have to look at the timestamp on that. Someone said, I have to express my love of TRT. I met one of my best friends because of it. It saved me at a party where I didn't know anyone, but one girl had read it and we vibed. That's so sweet. That's so sweet.
Jane,
that makes me so
sweetie,
happy.
Why are you cleaning a random toilet in somebody's
What is she
house?
doing? She is. Like, what are you doing?
I mean,
she is sort of clean. She's a very clean person. She tends to clean a lot.
Okay. Well, maybe that's why.
She's like, the toilet is fucking dirty. What kind of house is this? Are you joking? This filthy ass house? My man has a sensitive nose. I have to make sure it's clean in here.
There you go.
Flip, will you get your tail out of my face? So yes, that's very sweet. I'm really happy this could help you and make a friend. Like, this makes me really happy. I've made friends about this. Like, I'm happy about it. I want people to connect over it. Is she cleaning? Oh, she's washing her hands. Yeah. She's got a boyfriend with a sensitive nose. She needs to make sure she's nice and clean smelling. Will Jane and Electra ever become friends? Electra wants very much to be Jane's friend. I haven't figured out yet if Jane is willing to play ball. Jane is reluctant. We'll have to see over time if Electra and Jane manage to come to a sort of frenemies situation.
Ooh, very interesting.
Yeah. Someone said the president. Yes, I have the president. Our cat is my floof is the president and of the tuna server, and so I did have the president here. He came. He graciously blessed me with cat hair all over my face and my keyboard. And I'm still trying to get the cat hair out of my mouth and out of my face. But yes. Hi. Cat hair. Okay. So yes, that's that. Do you have any other good questions?
Oh, hang on. What do we got? Congratulations, you've completed an always on the move discovery quest. Reward, flirty and happy potions. Okay.
Drive-by lore is very, very Jane. It is. I love that Jane mentioned without thinking about it. Her brief time as a nun and too much is going on to have to address it. I love the random lore drops. She just has random stuff she'll just mention and move on. Someone said, "Oh, they share a birthday with me." Well, in July, I will wish you a happy birthday too. That way we can share birthday celebrations. What is the weirdest thing you're excited to write? Oh, that's a good question. I'm really, really weirdly excited about... I had to cut out most of it, but there's a scene where they're in a church and there's a giant wood carving in the back. And I was really happy to describe the wood carving and how the wood carving is set.
You know these things.
Right, I know these things. And it was such a weird thing because it was like, I figured out how the carving would be made, and then I realized that, okay, if you burn part of a carving and you wanted to put the front of it on, like, I knew how to attach two pieces of wood together because a lot of the big giant carvings you see are not full carvings. They are multiple pieces attached to each other. So that was like a weird little thing. I was like, aha, I can show that. Yeah, these big giant wood carvings you see in churches and big engravings like that, they're actually multiple pieces that are carved together. So that was like a weird thing that I was really excited about. I can't wait to see how it goes in TRT when everyone thinks Matt is dead. Will Jane know immediately that he isn't? Oh, this is a good question. And I can't answer it because it's going to not go in the direction people think it is. I can say that much. I can tell you that Matt will not be alone as long as he is in canon because I don't think we want to see him suffer that much. Oh, they're having a pillow fight! Oh my god! Jane is absent. I even have a fic at one point. Right. I even have a fic at one. I have a fic somewhere on Tumblr where they do have a pillow fight.
Okay.
And she does manage to get Matt. She does manage to beat Matt into it eventually.
Oh, we're gonna woohoo.
Yeah, so
Let's do the woohoo.
You're like, okay, let's go for it. Someone said, do you have an ending plan for it, or are you just rolling with it? I do have an ending plan. The official TRT fic end is set to happen a little at the end of after season 3, after the end of season 3. Because if I let it go on any longer than that, it will go on into eternity, and I will break AO3's word count. I don't know if there's a limit, but I'm going to find it if I go on after that. But I will always, to some extent, play in this world. I've got stuff planned now for Born Again. I've got stuff planned out for a snap fic, so we see what happens with Thanos. So I do have an ending plan, and I'm sticking hard to that ending. It's going to be where we... Yeah, I want to do the snap. And I'd been waiting on it because I wanted to see if they had a canon thing for, like, who got snapped and who didn't.
Okay.
So I am going to have a snap thing. I do have a solid ending for where TRT, the official fic currently on AO3 with 1,000,000 words, is going to end. And then there will just be more fics in the series as I write. Nothing ever as long as TRT, because it's taken 8 years so far and I'm only 65% done.
Oh no!
And it's probably the biggest project I'm ever going to work on in my life. I have publishable ideas that I want to do.
Yeah.
But TRT is probably going to be the biggest fic project, biggest story project that I've ever done. So I'll still do stuff, and I still have more stuff planned, and I don't have an ending set for all the other stuff I'm going to write. But I do have an ending plan for things like Project Beagle, the experiment stuff she has, and the bad guy, the man in the white coat. I have all that set to tie up and wrap up really neatly. They're woohooing again. They are. They need to woohoo left and right. The poor man deserves some comfort. Please don't leave him alone for long. I promise he will not be alone for super long. I'm shortening the amount of time by himself, in part because I love Daredevil, but they said that man was in a coma basically for 7 weeks, and then he comes out of it and he's bopping around fairly quickly, and I'm like, no, we're going to stretch that out a bit. Yeah. So he's not going to be alone as long. Snapfic. Oh, people are worried about the snapfic. You should be. I know how to make that really hurt. I'm not going to tell anybody who's going to. I do. I'm not going to tell anybody who's going to.
Rubbing your hands together from here.
How did you know? I was reading. I was rubbing my hands together. Like, I was totally evil villaining it up here because I'm like, the snapfic is going to be so painful. And I'm not telling anybody who's getting snapped either. And so I'm like, we know canonically that Matt is not snapped. So now the question everybody gets to have is who else? Yep. Matt is not canonically snapped based on Echo. And so all we have to figure out now, all people have to wait and see now on is Jane going to be snapped?
Right.
And I'm not going to say whether or not she gets snapped. We don't know if Foggy or Karen got snapped. That's the other thing. I'm honestly at a certain point when I had no info, I was flipping coins to figure out who would get snapped and who wouldn't. Because that's brutal. That's basically what the math was. Like 50-50, you have a 50-50 chance of being snapped away. So I did the coin flip, and I had the whole, here's what I'm going to write if Matt is snapped. Here's what I'm going to write if Jane is snapped. Here's what I'm going to write if Foggy and Karen are snapped.
Planned it out.
I had it planned out, and now with the canonical change, I made some changes to who is snapped and who isn't, but I'm not going to tell anybody who that is, because I want people to be afraid. I want people to be scared. Someone said...
that answers another interview question I had about, where do you see it going versus how it started.
Yeah. I can see myself playing in this world a little bit like Charlie Cox, where I can see myself playing in this world kind of for the rest of my life, just writing fics, even if I don't think Tumblr's ever going to fall apart. Tumblr, I'm convinced that site is held together by bodily fluids and duct tape, and so I'm convinced it's just going to like quietly write out literally the destruction of everything else around it. But I'm just going to keep writing in Daredevil and TRT and stuff kind of for as long as it's around. Like it's just something I love so much, so I'm always going to have some sort of content for that I'm writing just because I enjoy it. So thank you for the person who's going to read it into eternity. I may just write it into eternity. Someone said I can't even... go for it.
Plans or any other stories? What is these massive hearts going? What is going on in my game?
Yeah, what are the hearts doing?
I guess my neighbors are doing something here.
Are the neighbors... the neighbors woohooing? They're going, you know what? I want revenge for the way those people... Oh my god, they are! Look at the giant hearts.
The giant hearts. Somebody's having
oh my god
too much fun next door.
That's the neighbors going, fuck those people next door. They're always banging like rabbits. We're going to get revenge on them now. We're going to make them
bang
suffer.
on the door and tell them to be quiet. Hang on.
Be like,
hang
be
on.
quiet.
Hang on.
Can you do it? Now I'm curious.
Jane,
I want to see if they could.
Jane, switch control of this house. Knock politely. Pound on the door.
Yes, go do it. I want to see Jane go pound on the door.
Sorry, Squirrel.
Oh, yes, go for it.
Did you ever see yourself writing any other fics as large or as much as you love in, another canon somewhere, another story, another...
Oh, that's the thing, like...
anything like that?
Yeah.
It's coming out in his bath towel.
I know that I do want to write in some other fandoms. Matt is just very possessive of my brain at the moment. He really wants me to write for him. I do have plans to write stuff in other fandoms, probably not. Oh my god, he's just like, what are you bothering me for, woman?
Right.
I was busy. You
Matt
do
comes
this
over
all the time.
jealous, like, get away from my woman.
She's like, would you get out of me? Oh my god. That's fucking hilarious. She's like, my man has sensitive ears.
And the really funny thing is
they do not like each other.
My Xavier from Love and Deep Space.
From Love and Deep Space. Oh my god.
This is my Xavier. He's in a different world in a different house. I don't know why he's here.
You're like, why are you here? What are you doing here? Xavier's banging the neighbor. Xavier, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Right?
Oh my god. I do have plans to write shorter things for other fandoms, just because I do still love other fandoms. It's like, Matt entirely occupies my brain, but yeah. I love Bucky. I love Mandalorian. I really like Love and Deep Space. That's one of my current obsessions that I've been playing through on my phone.
They invade your freaking dreams.
Oh, they are just men. The boys are in my brain.
I need help with more pixelated men. I mean, come on.
And I was like, oh, come on, not another one. So I do have plans to write short things in other fandoms when I have time. Nothing probably as long. Honestly, my plan after TRT is wound up is something officially publishable, potentially either a TRT AU, or I have ideas for other books that I have either half finished or 2/3 finished. So after TRT, if I'm going to be doing something this big and this elaborate, it's going to be something publishable.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah. I have some ideas. I have a post-apocalyptic trilogy that I did a lot of writing on in my early 20s that I would love to go back and fix up. And there was an early sort of variant of Jane there. I can see parts of Jane in that character. And it was really funny and kind of like almost mocking, like sort of teasing and satirical this people in the post-apocalypse, like hundreds of years later, not knowing why we did the things that we did, so seeing a skeleton with braces on it and thinking it's a torture device, stuff like that. Funny stuff like that, where it's all out of context. So what would you be looking at if this was a couple hundred years later? Yes. So I've got publishable ideas I'd love to actually get set up and make happen.
But someone has a knee replacement and they're just like, oh my god, what were they trying to do? Biomechanical the skeleton? Weird things like that.
Yeah. Someone said, are you excited for Thunderbolts? Yes, I am.
New personality trait is Jane squeamish?
Is she squeamish? She is not squeamish.
Okay, we're going to say
she regularly, due to what she does, she has to climb into dumpsters. She has to climb into sewer grates. Like, she has to get into the grossest places trying to get in there. So,
she's mad. Why is she mad?
Why is she mad? Jane, what's the matter?
That's why she's mad.
Jane, have you realized that this is how the neighbors feel about you bonking your man, like, constantly? I swear, they have so much sex in my fic. Okay, I've got them.
Let's take care of that then. Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Send them. Did you ever imagine Jane as becoming a distinct character as she is? Wasn't she originally kind of your name? She is. So that's what's weird. I wanted her to be... I tried to set her up as like this embodiment of the fandom, right? So like she's a reader character, so she doesn't have a name per se. She has her false name, and I dodge around ever saying what her real name is. That way people can have their name in there. And over time, I found like she sort of took on a life of her own. like she's developed as a person. And what's interesting is because of the themes of identity in the story, it becomes the question of, well, what would happen if like you or me, let's say you had to go on the run, Shelley. So let's say you had to go on the run and you had to take on all of these fake personalities to keep yourself alive. And it was very elaborate personalities. You're eating the foods you think this person would eat. You're responding to this thing. You're taking on these, you're faking, quote unquote, these personality traits.
Right.
How long would it take before that started becoming natural to you?
Right. Losing yourself
in
your character. Yeah.
Right. And so then you have these identity questions of like, am I still myself? Am I entirely a different person? Like, if I start liking the foods that this person likes and my preferences start changing to the preferences I'm faking, and this starts becoming natural to me and I start thinking of this name as my name, how long before that's you?
Right.
Like, and I just am really fascinated by that because it's such a long fic, and I really did try to set it up so she's very relatable so whoever reads her can read her. But over time, even she is starting to be a little weirded out by the fact that I'm starting to feel like Jane Hind. I am starting to sink into this personality. Oh, they're so sweet. She never had to sink into Matt because we all love Matt Murdock. I adore him. So
and
that's the sort of answer. I didn't
exercise again, bro.
Yes, he goes, I need to. I mean, he has to keep himself fucking good. There's a reason he's got all that cake on the back end.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's that answer. I didn't see her taking. I didn't imagine that she would become as distinct as she has, and so now there's just an interesting thing to play with the sense of identity and how long would you be able to stay you?
Did she ever have an identity that she found hard to let go?
Oh, good
that,
question. Right.
If she gets in, heaven forbid, a traumatic situation, she almost has like a split personality that can take a and a persona that can just snap into.
Right. So that's what's interesting. She does have, I don't think it's spoiling, she does have an alternate way of thinking, which was how she survived all the human experimentation, right? She goes completely cold. She pushes down all of her guilt, fear, anger, everything like that. That all gets pushed down, and she is cold logic. And it's referred to as Hound mode, right? Because she's the Hound of Los Angeles, which is who she was when she was killing and helping her father figure in Los Angeles. So she does have this alternate personality that she struggles to get away from. She knows it's not entirely safe to be this personality, the Hound personality, because it's so cold. And the Hound will literally, other than people she cares about, if the Hound finds it more convenient to kill you, then the Hound will go, well, the math says it's more convenient to kill you than let you live, so I will kill you. Like, so she, right. So she has her rules, and she's cold hard math, and she is, to a certain extent, afraid of the Hound. Because the Hound is how she kills. And she's in a life now where she doesn't want to kill people anymore. She wants to be a better person. She's with Matt, whose whole thing is we don't kill, we redemption, all this other stuff. So she's now afraid of the Hound. And she can't seem to get away from it. It's just standing over her at all times. And there are times where she slips into it without really thinking. So that's sort of, she's having a hard time letting go of the Hound persona that she has used on and off throughout her life to survive. So that's where that comes from. She does have one of those personalities where she has that almost emotional disassociation personality that she leans into. Someone said that's a cool and complicated answer. It's such an amazing concept. Yes! I love playing with identity in the fic. I feel like it works. I like to have bookmarked kind of. I like to respect the themes of the show, and I feel like one of the themes in the show is identity. Is Matt Murdock Daredevil, or is he Matt Murdock? Who is he more of? Who is he? Yes! There you go, guys. We're gonna get it. Oh, they're engaged, and nobody had to die or get a concussion or bleed out or get nothing bad had to happen. This is an alternate.
They're proposing in their jammies. Okay.
Oh my god! I will admit, I have picked out the engagement ring he's eventually gonna pick him because he is proposing, Leg. He is. It's beautiful. I'm so happy. The penguins are getting married. Someone said, how do you pronounce Chiro? You pronounce Chiro like Chiro. That's her father figure. I spent a whole lot of time looking it up and going over various pronunciations of Chiro on YouTube. So it is pronounced Chiro. I'm so happy they're getting married. It was so easy. Someone said, I need more Hound Jane in TRT. I love women who are baddies. We are getting more. We're going to get more Hound Jane. And we're going to get foreshadowing. We're going to get Hound Jane in a way that Matt has not expected, and Matt is going to have a hard come to Jesus moment with this realization that it is not easy to direct Hound Jane where he wants her to go. They've played fairly nice until now in the fic. And Matt is under the assumption that he can always kind of nudge Hound around like this. And he's gonna run into a brick wall realization on just about the fact that she has been playing nice with him as the Hound until now. Someone said, I've been pronouncing it Zero. You are also able to pronounce it Zero. From what I looked at, there's a couple different pronunciations. I always say Chiro, but Zero works.
In the apartment. No. Go away. Eradicate.
No, go get it. Go get it. I bet, is Jane going to go off on Stick? Oh,
get him.
Get him. I will say that Jane is protective of Matt, and so now that she knows what she knows about Stick and what Stick has done, Stick is not going to have an easy time fucking there. I have something really, I'll say this. I have something really, really satisfying that Jane is going to do to Stick to get revenge for Matt. So let's do that. Let's go with that. Okay. Because there's a setup for that.
Leads into
so
my last question.
All right, hit me.
Teasers for the future.
Oh. I can use the Stick thing. I can just say that we know now that Jane has started speaking and now has a connection to someone who would be really, really angry if he found out that Stick made child soldiers and killed a child. And Jane, unlike Matt, is not afraid of dropping certain little bits of information in front of this person. So that's one little bit of foreshadowing. Let's see, what else can I foreshadow? I already foreshadowed Defenders. I'm going to do stuff with Defenders. I foreshadowed... I'm really excited about Season 3. There is a clue in TRT to something that is going to happen, because I've left clues all over and I've kept track of clues that people have spotted. There is a clue that, as best I can tell, only a single person has figured out. Everybody's pretty good about it. I dropped a clue in this last chapter and someone spotted it almost immediately in my comment section, which was really fucking funny because I was like, man, I was like, no, this is really clever and no one's gonna see it. And then someone was like, the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the screen thing, like, aha, I see that.
You're not one of those misleading authors that purposely mislead people and then you're like, haha. You know, you didn't figure it out.
I put the clues there, right? I put the clues there, and if people find them, I will. And they point them out. I'm not going to exactly confirm them. And I won't deny them. Or if it is wrong, I'm not going to say whether it's right or not. But I'm not going to try to mislead people. I put the clues in, and if people spot the clues, awesome. And if they don't spot the clues, then I let that brick come down way, way, way later. Oh, okay. No, there was a clue in this last chapter, and as far as I can tell from everybody who has commented, Jane has forgotten something that she is trying to remember in this chapter, and nobody has figured it out because it is a brick I tossed up in the air a long time ago, roughly 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And it has not come down until now. I have been waiting on this brick.
Girl.
Oh, yeah. I threw that up in the air 6 years ago, and it has not come back down yet, but that one is about to come back down and smash into somebody's head. I'm not going to say whose head it is, but that's a little bit of foreshadowing, because that's going to happen in the next couple chapters. That's what's coming up soon.
Stay tuned, chat. Stay tuned.
Yeah. So that's what's coming.
I gotta catch up. I'm like slowly into your fic, and I'm sorry,
Yes.
I'm a non-supportive friend. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I'm down with it. It's a long fic. It's so goddamn long.
I listen to
It
it when
is
I'm at
so
work.
long.
I have a
Yeah.
PDF reader, which I highly
Yeah.
recommend anyone if you want to, listen.
Read some
Listen,
AO3. Yeah.
Yeah. You just download an AI voice.
Yeah.
And download the PDF, and it'll sit there and read it out to you. It's really amazing. I highly recommend.
I like that. Yeah. It's good. I know that people take time, and I'm happy letting people take time because it's so long, and quite frankly, everybody is so busy. We went through this weird period with the pandemic where, like, everybody was trapped at home, so everybody had time to do more reading because nobody could go out and socialize. And that's why part of why I was like, oh, I'm going to, I had taken a break by that point. And I was like, I'll come back because I have time to read.
Yeah.
I have time to write and stuff. So people have less time now. So I'm very, I'm like, it's a million word fic at this point. I'm very understanding of time.
I love during
Someone
the
said
pandemic, people were just
Yes.
like, oh, so what are these introverts? What do you guys do for entertainment? I'm about ready to climb my wall.
That was me. Like, you want to talk about TRT, like, helping people out? I'm like, I was able to have social contact. I was able to have social contact because I was an extrovert and I was trapped at home with no social contact other than my family, and I was going to bite somebody if I did not have someone else. Actually, my introvert family was probably going to bite me. It's how they're going to bury me in the backyard if they did not get me someone else to talk to. Like, they were ready to shoot me.
Gaming sessions for us was a blessing, then, wasn't it?
For anyone who doesn't know, we have been gaming weekly. I think didn't we start during the pandemic?
Well, that was another question I had for you, just as a segue, scrolling off to the side. How long have we known each other?
Oh my God, we did. So we went to Magic City Con,
right?
And you needed to room with somebody, right? Or 20? I feel like no, because didn't we room? Did we room twice or did we room once?
The first time I went, I did not room with you, roommate-wise.
Yeah.
And then the second time I went,
right, you did room with us.
I roomed with you guys.
It's got to be 2019.
Yeah, I think it's 2019.
It's like 2018, 2019. Yeah. So we've been friends for a long time.
Oh my gosh.
And yes, we have to have a birthday cake for our friendship. Our friendship is older than. Oh no! Oh my God! I just realized if I started TRT in 2018 and we met in like 2019, I was gonna be like, our friendship is longer than TRT. I'm like, no, my fanfic is so goddamn long.
It is.
I've outlasted the cancellation. Yeah. Someone said, I love how gnarly the fight with the repressed emotions bar was. I loved that too. I watched so much Princess Mononoke to get inspiration for the boar fight. Frank Castle, kill him. Dex better be careful that he doesn't meet the Hound. Absolutely true. I have stuff planned for Hound, Jane, and Dex, so that's another good, like, ooh, what's going to happen? I have plans for that, for Bullseye. How aware is Matt of how protected the Hound of him and how his survival is above her own? He does not really know all that much about either of it. He is under... So Matt is a very smart person, but he's got huge blind spots with other people. He does not fully understand the Hound right now. He's going to soon. That's some of the stuff that I'm going to foreshadow when that talk about him hitting the brick wall with the Hound. He's not fully aware of how protective she is. He knows some of it. He does not know his survival. He does not know she now prioritizes his survival over her own. Because for the long time, it was protect yourself, protect Matt, protect what you have. Everything else, irrelevant. He has no idea that calculation has shifted so that it's now protect Matt, protect yourself. He's going to find out eventually, and it's not going to be pleasant. The brick wall is going to be blind spots. Yes. How did I fucking miss that pun? God damn. It is a blind spot. I did that intentionally. I should have lied to everyone and gone, no, that was intentionally. That was intentionally. We also need more Hound, Jane, and Devil Matt being feral together. We are going to get that. I can promise that too. I keep going back to this brick wall thing because I've been planning it out for like ages. We will have full on Devil Matt there with Hound, Jane, and that's one of the ways the brick wall is going to happen. So we're going to get to see a whole lot of that and suddenly understand what that dynamic is going to be like. But yeah, our friendship has gone on for, holy shit, we've been friends for a long time.
I was thinking about that. I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm going to see you soon this year. For sure.
Yes!
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna finally do it again.
They
after
broke the closet doors.
They did. Oh my god. I need to make them break the closet doors again too. Like, wait, they don't have a closet. That's the one thing. Like, they don't. You need a closet in Sims. I'm okay with hiding a closet off somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it is really fucking hard to do stuff without a closet. And I like the closet woohoo in the game. So I'm like, no, they need a closet. Jane built that closet with her. Oh no, there is that one. There is a mystery closet in that fucking apartment that I have never.
Where?
All right, let's see. Back up a little bit. It's like next to the loft area where it goes up, where the stairs go up, and then there's like a little closet where he hides his trunk.
In this build,
yeah,
sadly.
but there are 2 doors in that apartment that have never been opened. We don't know what's in there. The lighting looks really weird there because there's a light source coming from somewhere. And it's like, what's through there? What's through there? What the fuck is through those doors? We have no idea. I have spent ages looking, trying to figure it out. And I've never figured it out.
Well, you need to figure that out and write it in your fic then.
Yes.
Just make that happen.
I do. I need to come up with
the, dead bodies or something.
That's Jane's dead body closet. She needs to have a dead body closet.
She stores all her secret identities and all the IDs and
she has all her IDs and her suits. Yeah.
I
think I turned it into like
all her identities.
Right. I think I turned it into like a laundry room or something like that because I was like, there's got to be something in there. Like, what the fuck is in that room? It's probably where cameramen secretly hide and go on breaks.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Matt not realizing someone will sacrifice for themselves for him. I am shocked. That's right. We're all 100. Matt not knowing? What? Why would anybody sacrifice themselves for him? That would be so terrible. Will we have some psychic woohooing in TRT? Thank you, Leggy. Yes, we will. Because I am happy to say that I was already the first person on AO3 to use the tag psychic oral sex, and I intend to go even further with that. Because what's the point of having a psychic connection like that if you can't use it to bang your very sexy lawyer Daredevil boyfriend?
Right.
So that's going to happen.
That while he's in a very serious situation. You need to just, insert the little brain.
Oh, yeah.
In there.
Yep. I had an idea for at one point. She is asleep and having a very smutty dream about him, and the connection may or may not be shorting open on its own, and Matt is out trying to do things.
Trying to be hero and shit,
right.
And then, yeah.
And all of a sudden, and he's thinking this is on purpose, and imagine his shock when he gets home and, no, she's asleep.
Dead ass asleep.
She is dead ass asleep. So yes, there will be psychic woohooing in TRT, because why wouldn't I do that? We are sex positive in this story. I love them so much. They make me so happy. Someone said, I need this now. We all need this. We need this. We deserve this. You guys have been so good. We've all been so good. And I need to be nice to poor Jane and Matt because I've been running them through the ringer lately.
All right. Well,
I will say, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep. Oh, I was going to say, I will say the next smut scene is scheduled, and that 2-week period where they're currently having to wait due to her concussion is almost up. We're like 4 days away from the end of that. So ding ding, round 1 will be happening shortly.
All right. So we're going to save here, and then I'm going to give a shout out.
Yes. Yeah, give a shout out.
The folks who came up with the apartment. I did a little bit of help with you. And we did a little bit of a lived-in look here, but I'm going to shout out to the folks who built this set for us today.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find,
because I want to see like who did the Jane and who did the base Matt apartment that you like made look up. Oh, I just saw the milk carton with the missing person on it.
I love that.
He would keep track of it. He would be.
Okay, now give me quite a few seconds to find this in my library because I know
I found the Jane Hind.
Oh, did you see my Garrison Shepherd, by the way?
Do you have, for anybody that doesn't know, we met at a con about BioWare games like Mass Effect and Dragon Age. So I have a very big fondness for Mass Effect specifically and our alien space raptor boyfriend.
Yes. So here's a shout out to the creator for the Matt Murdock.
Oh, they're there. Yeah.
The gallery.
See the Matt. See there. Oh, I like that.
And let's find Jane.
Oh, there's Matt. Oh, hi, Matt. I love you. I need to get back into Sims 4.
To the creator for
yes.
the Jane.
So that way, if someone wants to do a Matt and wants to do a Jane, they can see who they've got. I was so happy when I saw there was a Jane. Someone had made a Jane for Sims. That was so cool.
Well, that's what started this whole idea. You're like, oh, my character's on there. I'm like, say what now?
Yeah, right. You're like,
No.
and ding, 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 let's do it.
And then I think I have a couple options
Base game, Jane
for
Hind.
Matt Murdock's apartment. So
yeah.
Oh,
that's the thing. When you sent the pictures, it was pretty good, and I think you just added some clutter, and because you have a lot of the expansion packs. I think I tried to make his apartment at one point, and I didn't have enough expansion packs to really make it look all that accurate. But you did really freaking good.
Is it a room or is it?
I think it's a room, right? Because it's set up as an apartment.
Hold up. I have got stuff for days.
Someone
Sorry,
said,
I have a mild obsession.
No, I'm down with it. I love the houses you make and stuff. Says, I think it was briefly addressed Jane would put herself in danger for him, and he tried to shut it down, so I'm excited for the brick wall. Yes, it's going to be a nice, well, not nice. Neither of them are going to find it all that nice, but I think it's nice because I like watching them suffer. So I'm down with that, and I'm glad someone else is excited for Matt to run into that realization like at 90 miles per hour and smash himself into that realization.
So there's one version
there
of
it
Matt
is.
Murdock's, but I think we're playing with this one. I downloaded 2 versions, so here's the other version.
Yeah.
Of the Matt Murdock apartment. So here's shout out to the creator for that.
Yeah. It's nice to have a base to build on. Like maybe that's what I need to do because like I just did not have enough stuff with the expansion packs to really make something good. Oh yeah, I see. Okay.
I have to show you.
Oh, and I can see some of it. Yeah.
That's really strange that I came up with.
Yeah.
You're gonna laugh. So here's my working girls. Each girl is a different theme for companionship of the special.
Oh, the Love and Deep Space Boys. Yeah. Nice.
So we've got everyone is a little bit of a little.
I love Love and Deep Space. Like it's such a rabbit hole to go down. I'm obsessed.
And there's Harry and Karen.
I love Dresden Files. Give.
And Mouse.
Dresden Files.
Mister.
There are, for any TRT people, there are bits and pieces in TRT that are directly inspired by the Dresden Files because that's my favorite book. The first book is the first book is kind of rough. I don't read that as much.
Yeah.
But he gets a hold of it really well. And Shiro is somewhat inspired by Johnny Marcone in the books because I loved. Yeah, you Shelley you've not gotten to Shiro yet, but once you get to Shiro, you will recognize the influence that Johnny Marcone has had on Shiro.
Okay.
I'm very and I just dropped a Dresden Files quote in the last chapter. Like Jane was like, she was wondering if she was paranoid, and the line was something like, but what's that quote that I remember reading? Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean there's not an invisible demon coming to eat your face. And that was a Dresden. I was like, I had to add that in. It was perfect.
Okay, any other final questions in chat, folks?
Someone said, I'm excited to get to is learning to hide their throats. Yes, we're building to that, and it's gonna be... That's another brick I tossed up. We're getting to the point. So Stick is going to be back canonically very soon. So we're going to dig down a little bit into that. So that's going to be, we're going to reveal some stuff about that pretty soon. Live for Angst, make me cry again. Pasta, thank you. You are very welcome. I am happy to make people cry.
It is a trope that is amazing.
It really is. I'm so in on it. I love making people cry. I have a reader tears mug.
Jane, will you leave Xavier alone? That is not
She's
your man.
so mad at him. She's like, is he woohooing in the next apartment again? Is she mad? Know. She's like, Matt, my boyfriend is sleeping. I need to go wake them up. Oh, there we go. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't read the latest chapter. I'll try to be vague. I do wonder who our mystery big blue-eyed man is looking for. So he's a very large man, and he has very clear blue eyes, and he's somewhat stoic, and he's looking for someone. I'm going to wait and see if anybody does, but I know who they're talking about, and I can confirm he is looking for who you think he's looking for. because I am a child with Legos smashing all of these different realities together, all of the things separated by, oh, well, this is in the movies and this is in the TV show. And this was when in an old movie that's not about, no, it's all together. It's all in the same place. It's all happening, same place, same time.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. I'm in on it. I want to add a Reacher reference so bad. I'm like mashing stuff in. I'm going to have I want to have a Constantine reference at some point. I want to have a Reacher reference. Like, I'm going to have a Supernatural reference at some point. I want to add them all in.
For sure.
Someone said, whose name rhymes with Lucky? Yes, the blue-eyed man may be looking for someone whose name rhymes with Lucky, but we can't know for sure. Thought I saw that. And Chiro also bleeds green, fresh, minted money. He has so much money. I want Chiro to adopt me. I created Chiro, and I want Chiro to adopt me. I love my family. I want Chiro to adopt my entire family. I need a rich dad. I need a rich dad like that. Chiro, I need you to be my dad so that somebody can just give me money to write fan fiction for the rest of my life. I was born in the wrong reality. I'm meant for like the Star Trek future where you have your matter thing, so you're housed and you have your food, and then you just do what your heart draws you to. And my heart is drawn to writing fan fiction. Let's see, his name rhymes. So yeah, this was awesome. I love the apartment. Tons of fun. This was fun. I love the apartment. I'm happy that people got to see your apartment, and I'm actually going to be going back through this video at some point to look at all the stuff you've built to see how well I can recreate this apartment, because this feels very much like Matt's apartment.
It does. I saw it, and I'm just like, yeah, that's it. And even as like, I think I've only gotten through season 2 of the first show, and even I can recognize, the work that was done. So
and in fairness, something I like is they do update the apartment through the season, so he occasionally gets a little more. He gets a couple paintings on the wall.
My God,
like
they're
stuff
just going
changes.
off and flirting in the closet again.
They are. This is so realistic.
I didn't tell them to do this. They did this on their own.
They just said, oh my God, they love that closet. What do they have in that closet? They do have closets. They do have closet oral sex in the fic at a certain point. So I mean, they're not. They're like, we really liked that closet scene. We're going to recreate this over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Right, because she was in the silk dress and he had a silk cake and they got stuck in the closet. Because I love this stuck in the closet trope. That's what that is. They're trying to reenact that scene. They're like, we have to fuck in the closet again. That was so much fun.
They're going to come out. Yep, they're dusting themselves off.
Yep. They just want to do that over. And I need to write more closet fic sex. They are into that. Holy shit.
To offer the inspiration. You are.
Yeah, they're in on it. I need them to break that closet door now. That stupid fucking mystery door that I can't figure out what's in it. I'm going to have them have sex in it and break that door.
Right.
And then we'll know what's in there. So yeah, this was awesome.
That was tons of fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you to all of you coming in to see this. This was so cool. Chat with you, answer questions, do the Matt Murdock apartment, watch them woohoo. Watch Matt depression leave macaroni and cheese out to go bad.
Right, yeah.
Poor Matt.
He killed the bugs.
Yeah.
You leave the food out and then you gotta kill the bugs. That's how it works in New York.
Matt, you can't be that depressed. You gotta throw the food out.
Where did he go? It's not a big apartment. Oh, he's over there doing his thing. Okay.
He's wandered off. Probably off to go work out again. I don't mind. I like watching him work out. Like said, I love you, Pasta. I love you too, Leggy. You guys are the absolute best.
Oh, he could take a shower? Why would you even do
that? Right? He's like, my wife is busy. I have to go.
We are going to end this with a woohoo in the shower.
Yes, that's a perfect place to end it off. Megan Golan said, thank you. I say thank you back. I love getting to communicate and chat with everybody and answer questions. I have so much fun. We end with a woohoo.
Would you like to
do Matt, come
more
back.
Of this in the future? I will leave that up
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a chat and we can set up another chat in the future.
Yeah, let's
do Daredevil chats.
Daredevil chat.
Yeah. It's almost 2 a.m. for me and you.
Get a few episodes of the new show in, and you guys, Daredevil fandom here, can discuss the new episode.
I like that.
We'll come back and best to start watching. Yes. I don't sound like a total idiot, and I understand.
No, you sounded good. You're getting through it. It's a lot to go through, so I am down with it. Oh, there they go again. I love that we're able to end with them woohoo.
Yeah. And with the
Someone said, yeah, you're an incredible writer. Thank you. You guys are the best. This was fun. We will do another chat in the future. We'll get some more Daredevil episodes in. We'll get some more chapters out, because this was awesome. And being able to chat about Daredevil and stuff going on is fun. So, yeah.
Fireworks. Ending with fireworks. And
ending with fireworks. And a broken shower door. That is the perfect place to leave it. I'm happy.
You have to write that in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm totally adding it now. All right.
Thanks for everybody for stopping in and chatting, and we will definitely do this again.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Bye. All right, how do I stop it? I have no idea how to stop it. I've never streamed before.